Hello everybody. Welcome to Saturday. I'm going to wait a few moments for people to start joining me live. I'm in my Saturday house clothes. Hope you are as well. So I'll just wait a few moments while people join live. I hope I made it clear. This training is obviously not taking place in Zoom. It's taking place in the Facebook group. So we've got Romina. Hello, welcome. And I'm just going to follow here on the Facebook page and make sure that there's no one else who's trying to get into Zoom, because there's a few people trying to get in. So I'll just follow this. We've got some people here. Excellent. Hi, Steph. Hi, Tina. Whoever else is here, please say hello. If you're new to the group, please say hi and let us know where you're joining us from, where in the world you're joining us from. Hi, Tamara. Hi, Maya. Welcome, everyone. So I thought I'd just pop in. Hi, Kirsty. I thought I'd pop in this bonus session for you guys today because it's very powerful. It's quite fun, although as we're going to find out, we're going to get to some pretty big stuff, right? Hi, Leanne. Hi, Rosie. But it's a really, really powerful process that I want to share with you guys. And the reason why I decided to put it in is because, you know, like I said, we could really spend... and I do spend weeks and weeks and weeks in the lower chakras, and in particular in the second chakra, right? This process, it touches on the first and the second chakra energy. But when it comes to, hi Gemma, when it comes to really embodying our power and, you know, really making a stand for what it is that we want, really claiming our space, whether it's in our business, whether it is in our relationships, and whether it's just in life in general, the energy that you wield has a very, very important, it's one of the most important drivers to that, right? And one of our most important energies that makes this up is our sensual energy, right? This is like the upward rising energy of our Kundalini. It's our life force energy, yeah? It's very, very connected to our personal empowerment energy, and so many of us actually shut this down. We've got so many live here. Janie, Camilla, hi. This is the most people live, which is super fun. So this can touch on big wounding for people, especially if there's been sexual wounding, sexual trauma in the past. So I want you, if you've experienced that, what I want you to do is just compartmentalize that for today when we don't have the space, obviously, to go into that, and just recognize that that is going to feed into the process potentially around learning how to claim and own and honor your sensuality and your sexy energy, right? Hi, everyone. Hi, Darlene. So the other really important component to this as well is the connection, and I did speak a little bit about this yesterday, but the connection in the second chakra between your sexual energy and your money, right? There's a very, very big connection there. And when we block off our sexuality, we can often block off our ability to receive, right? As a result, that can have a very big impact on our ability to receive money. So the two do go hand in hand. And in many cases, it's like the more money we make, there can often be a direct connection there to the better quality sex that we're having, if that's with our partner or by ourselves, right? We can really learn how to cultivate that energy and use that in our business, use that to drive the creativity and everything that we really need to grow our business as well. So it's a super juicy, super powerful subject. It's one that I think, I'll just make sure I'm plugged into the house. Okay. If it keeps on stopping, I'll have to take it off the house Wi-Fi, but it should be fine. What was I saying? It's one that I believe really needs a lot more attention and a lot more focus. I don't specialize in this topic. However, it's a topic that I'm really interested in, and I can see my work kind of going in that direction more. One thing that I do want to say, about 3 or 4 months ago, I'm pretty sure I streamed it into this Facebook group, but I had a very powerful live conversation with Crystal. Crystal, I don't think, is live with us today. She is in this group, and she is a Tantra specialist, and she works with erotic energy. And we did a very interesting conversation around the power of receiving, and how we receive our erotic energy is very similar to how we receive our financial abundance. So what I might do is try and find that and share it again, because it's actually very relevant and related to what we're going to do today. So I've got notes over here, so I will be really kind of going between the computer and the screen here. But what I want you guys to do, like all of the processes in this chakra challenge, I'm going to get you to close your eyes and to visualize something. So what I want you to do is pop your feet flat and firmly on the floor and gently shut down your eyes and take in a really big deep breath. And I want you just to meet your body exactly where you are. And just starting to feel like the feeling of your feet on the floor, the feeling of your back touching the chair, of your buttocks being supported by the chair, just having a real strong sense of your body in time and space. And this is your first chakra. Your body is your first chakra. Your sensuality energy is very connected to your second chakra. So this process touches on both. And what I want you to do is just take another big deep breath in and imagine that you have a movie screen behind your eyelids. And on that movie screen is a movie of you. And you're standing in your bedroom and standing in front of a mirror. And you're wearing a bikini. And you're not hiding in your clothes, but you're standing in front of your mirror at home wearing a bikini. And I want you to imagine that you say to yourself, I am so sexy. I am super sexy right now. I am so powerful. And I want you to tune in on a scale of 1 to 10 to how true those feelings feel. So if 10 is totally true, I totally feel really sexy and really powerful, and 0 is that is absolutely not true, where would you be on that scale of 1 to 10? And I want you to really get that number and come back to the space, back to the screen, and I want you to type in that number on a scale of 1 to 10. Where do you feel you would land? How true does that feel? I feel really sexy. I feel really powerful. I want you guys to all let me know so that I can start to gauge it. So I'll just wait a few moments. Okay, definitely a 0. Okay. 7. Awesome. 6 to 10, powerful more than sexy. 1. Okay, 2. And Darlene, if you feel like sexy doesn't feel as strong for you, then we're gonna really work on that. But I want you just to really notice that. Leanne, 1 to 2, Taylor 4, Gemma 2 to 3. Okay, keep going, everyone. Hi, Swagata. Everyone, keep on popping your comments in. And what I want you to do is, if you've put your number in, I want you to just come back into that visualization again. And I want you just to connect in with the judgment that you have around your body. How do you talk to yourself about your body? What exactly is it that you judge about your body? And imagine that you're turning the heat up on that judgment. Like imagine you're having a real bitch about your body. What would you say? And if you feel comfortable, I invite you to put that into the comments as well. You don't have to if you don't feel comfortable to. But if you do, that's going to help me start to create the tapping script, because this is what we're going to work on. And when it's your words, it's always going to be much more powerful. Hi, Holly. So what's the judgment, especially if you're under a 5? Especially if you're under a 5, Romina, what's the judgment that you have? So I want you just to come back into that visualization again and imagine you're staring at yourself in a bikini in the mirror And then imagine you can turn the heat up on your self-judgment about your body, especially if you are under 5 on that scale of 1 to 10 with, you know, how true does it feel that I feel really sexy? If you're under 5, what's the judgment that you have? Embarrassed. Horrible. So fat. Okay. Thank you, Leanne. Well done. Appreciate your courage. Three-ish at the moment, age stuff coming up. I'm more comfortable seeing myself naked. Lots of judgment around being in a bikini with a 60-something-old, lots of shame, and no one will want me now. Okay. So really really taking note. No one would want that. The sagging. Your shape isn't right. No time or energy for sexy. Okay, that's interesting. It's like there's nothing. So tell me, does that feel for you, Swagata, then that you don't have any charge around around feeling sexy? It's just that I don't have time for that. So fat. Okay. Self-conscious, broken, harried. Who will want me like this? Okay, abdominal separation and things aren't right anymore after baby. And like after babies, right, our body takes a pounding. Yeah, it really does. So, you know, bring that in, right? If there's stretch marks, if there's cellulite, right? If the boobs are sagging, you know, boobs didn't look the same after having baby. I don't have time for it. Okay, no charge, gone. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do some tapping, right? We're going to do a few rounds of this today just to really start to peel back the layers. Darlene, not feeling fit and toned. Interesting that I wear a bikini when surf life-saving. Okay, alrighty. No charge and feeling old and tired. Okay, alrighty. So what I want you to do, those of you who, I don't have time to teach tapping. I'm pretty sure everyone here has experienced it with me. Maybe you haven't, but we're going to just go through. What I want you to do is just follow the tapping points. So if you haven't tapped before, it's going to look a little bit odd, but it's very powerful. So we'll just tap through the points, okay? We're going to jump right in. You used to have the best butt, but now it's droopy. I was already paranoid about wearing bikini when I had a bikini body. So now it's like never. Okay, so let's get started. I've got a script here, but I'm also going to be combining it with your words. So I want you to repeat after me the line or the sentence, and then we move into the next spot. Alrighty, let's go. There I am. I'm so not sexy. Oh no. I am not sexy at all. I don't deserve to feel sexy. I mean, look at me. Look at that body. Maybe I accept it a little bit, but it is not sexy. Sexy means something completely different. Sexy means perfect. And that's not me. So broken. Harried. I feel embarrassed looking at my body. So fat. Everything is drooping. Sagging. It's just not the right shape. Who would this appeal to? It is not safe to feel sexy. Because of this body, I refuse to feel sexy. I can't, even if I wanted to. And society would agree with me. This is not a sexy body in front of me. I am so not sexy. Look at all of the things that are wrong. I'm lovable. Maybe I might consider myself cute in the right context, but I am so not sexy. I cannot carry off sexy energy. I'm not going to let myself feel that. Feel that energy. I'm not going to let myself feel that flow of power because that's dangerous. It's inappropriate. I don't have time to feel sexy. I'm busy. I have kids and a business. I don't have time to feel sexy. Feeling sexy is a long gone part of my life. And I have really good reasons for that. I'm embarrassed, not perfect, ugly, so not sexy at all. And if I were to try and act sexy, well, that would just be a joke. I would laugh at myself and other people would laugh at me. So not sexy. And it doesn't even feel safe to talk about this. Okay, so I want you just to close your eyes and take a breath. So that can seem quite negative, right? And if you're not familiar with tapping, tapping works very powerfully because we're voicing the things that we've probably never actually voiced before. So I want you to close your eyes, take a breath, and I want you to tune into your body. I want you to tune into how it feels energetically. And keeping your eyes closed, I'm going to talk to you about the second chakra. I want you just to stay in the energy of what you're feeling right now. You might even like to put a hand on your womb space or two hands on your womb space and just really tuning into that space. So the second chakra is your life force energy, right? Your survival energy kicks in at the first chakra and then it moves up to the second chakra, right? Where it becomes power energy, where it becomes sensual energy if everything is in flow. When we shut down here, we shut off from our needs, as we've spoken about. We shut off from our vulnerability. We shut off from our passion, our desire. And a really big part of this, as we know, is sexual energy, right? I can feel a pulsing. Okay, just stay with the space. Stay with that feeling, Maya. And this energy, it's not like we're talking about worthiness here, right? This is quite different. So this isn't good enough energy. I feel good enough. This isn't like self-esteem. This is something quite different. This is the energy that we really only can associate with the word sexual or sexy energy, right? It's being in your body and feeling good, feeling powerful, feeling the power that can come when we wield this energy, right? This goes so much further beyond I feel good about myself. So I want you just to tune in once again to that feeling that you're feeling now in your body and to just really sit with how did that feel when you were voicing those comments, that tapping. Did that feel true for you? And if you're under a 5 out of 10, I'm going to guess that did feel true for you. Okay, and I want you to visualize yourself again standing in front of the mirror in your bikini or in a bikini if you don't even own a bikini. And I want you just to tune in to how that image looks now. And has it shifted at all? Has the charge shifted slightly or has it ramped up? And what we're going to do is come back to the space, just make note of how that looks, and we're going to come back to the space and do some more tapping, okay? So just give me a like or a love heart when you're back so that I know that everyone's back. Okay, cool, they're coming in. All right. Okay, let's get started. Alrighty, more tapping. I'm really feeling this. I'm feeling resistance to this. Big resistance. And maybe even starting to feel some sexy energy is triggering big resistance. If I let myself feel sexy, maybe bad things might happen. There might be pain, rejection, humiliation, maybe even physical attack. I might be used, objectified. And maybe I made a vow to never let that happen again. To never be vulnerable. To never carry power like this. This attractive power. This goddess attractive energy. It might attract something really negative. Something painful. Something shameful. I'm really feeling this resistance. Resistance to being sexy. Resistance to being powerful. It's dark. It's big. And it's stuck in my second chakra. Binding up the energy of my second chakra. This vow to never use my powerful, magnetic, attractive energy, my pulling and receiving and allowing energy, my brilliant, expanding, energetic power that is my sexy feeling is not safe. It's really scary. I've attached so many beliefs to this. So many judgments about my body. So many judgments about when you can be sexy and when you can't. And society agrees with me. So many reasons to not feel sexy, to not allow this energy in. I won't do it. I'm not going to do it. I refuse. And I'm just going to honor that. I've put a lid on this volcanic energy of my second chakra, the volcano of my life force. I put a cork in it. Okay, we're back. It's still there. This energy is still there. The volcano is real, but I've stumped it all up. And I'm just going to honor that. And I'm so open to healing all of these wounds in my second chakra. This entire part of my body that's been carrying these wounds and these vows for me. I'm so open to healing this. I'm not sure what that's going to mean for me. So I'm going to take baby steps. But I'm open to healing this. And I honor my second chakra, my sexuality, my power, my passion. Okay, I want you to close your eyes. Take a breath. Tuning into your body. And I want you to look at that picture again. Come back to yourself in the mirror, in your bathing suit, in your bikini. And I want you to check how it feels now. So I want you to see if getting a little bit of the increase in, okay, I could feel good about my... Let me know if it's shifted or changed at all. And let me know, because what we're doing is we're starting to lighten up some of this vulnerability, okay? Some of these really intense negatives about our body. By tapping on the negative, we actually lighten the energy there. So I want you to come back into this visualization, and I want you to answer this question. I can't be sexy because of what? fill in the blank. I can't be sexy because of, and I want you to fill in the blank. And let me know, come back to the space and let me know why. What's the reason that's clinging on, right? Because there's generally going to be some unconscious reason or conscious reason that you tell yourself, well, I can't be sexy because of this thing, right? Maybe it's this thing that I just can't let go of. I can't let go of the judgment. Just not making the space for it, okay? That's quite a different energy there, Swagata. We'll talk about that a bit at the end. Quite different. It's like I don't want to make the space for it, or I can't make the space for it. I can't be sexy because of my shape. The way my body looks, I'll feel ridiculous because it's dangerous. Okay. Vulnerable. Okay. I can't feel sexy because of my age and fear. Okay. And so here we touch on those other vows that we spoke about in the second chakra. My brother keeps on calling me, go away. It attracts the wrong kind of attention. Okay, yep. So those vows, right? It's not safe to be it's not safe to be vulnerable, right? It's not safe to be receptive. I can't feel my needs. It's not safe to feel my needs, right? Because of my age and my weight. Okay. Not safe. Okay. So I want you just to recognize, right, the relationship here between feeling sexy in your body and what is that going to mean externally, right? What's that? What do you make that mean? That I might be attacked, right? Or I might be objectified, or people will just see me for my physicality. They won't see me for who I really am underneath the body, right? So checking in, what is it that you're actually making that mean about why you can't be sexy, right? Because it's dangerous, because of my age, because it attracts the wrong kind of attention. I might be vulnerable. I might be exposed. This is really, really important. And I want you to really make a note of that, because at some point you're going to really want to look at that and maybe journal about it, do some more tapping. We can speak about doing some one-on-one work or some group work, but really putting that somewhere where you can come back to and doing some work for yourself. We're going to keep on moving with this process. But in the second chakra, there's a lot there, right? And sexual trauma or trauma of any kind is often very hand in hand with what we're experiencing through this process. So I want you to, once again, close your eyes and come back to that visualization. Feet on the floor. Taking a breath. And I want you to look at yourself in that mirror, and I want you to change out of that bathing suit and into something that you feel really good in. Some piece of clothing that whenever you wear it, you feel really fabulous. You feel really fabulous, really comfortable, but that you're not hiding in. Okay, so that's the little caveat there. You're not hiding in this clothing. It's something that you feel really fabulous in. Not safe in, fabulous in. Something that makes you feel like you love your body in that outfit. And I want you just to notice the shift and change energetically. And we're going to come back to the space. I'm going to do some more tapping to lighten this up even more. Let me know when you're back. Okay, pop in a love heart or a like to let me know that you're back. I'll just wait for that. I realized my ex-husband said once that I didn't need to feel worried or self-conscious or worry about being sexy or worry about wearing sexy lingerie, etc. And I think that my brain absorbed that message in a different way to what it was intended. Okay, really, really good memory that's popped up there, Romina. And it's the fact that it's popped up now, especially after the tapping, indicates that, that's a piece of detective work that you've done there, right? So what did you make that mean, that comment? Oh, he doesn't want to see me in sexy lingerie. Why? Is that because he doesn't find me attractive? Or is that because he doesn't find me sexy, or he doesn't want to see that sexy side, right? Like, what is it that you made that mean? That's going to really help you in this process here. Okay, so we're going to do some more tapping. Lots of tapping in this process. If it does that again, where it kicks me off for a few seconds, I'm going to have to come back off my house internet. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back to the space, probably all of those. Okay, so let's do some more tapping. Alrighty. There I am. And I can honor that I'm a little bit more than medium, and that I look pretty fabulous in this clothing right now. And I'm open to feeling that in my own way, I can be sexy. And the truth is that feeling sexy is a feeling that rises up inside of you. Lots of different people with lots of different body shapes feel sexy. Some of them are role models. So I'm just going to let myself feel sexy in this moment. Even just 5% feeling sexy in this moment. Just for me. Not for anybody else. Feeling 5% more sexy in this moment. Maybe I could open up to fabulous red carpet sexy. Maybe I'll just open up to the idea of that. Maybe I could learn to enjoy that feeling. It's fun. It's silly. It's playful. Maybe that feeling could be kind of awesome. Powerful, attracting, sexual, 5% of it. Owning my inner goddess. I wonder what that could feel like if I could learn to own my inner goddess. The sensation of just being in my skin and feeling good about it. I wonder what that would feel like. And when I think about the way I judge my body, it makes me sad. I would never judge anybody else like that. I would never say those kinds of things about someone else's body. I'm just beginning to understand the impact that this has on my energetics, on my confidence, on how I show myself to the world. So I'm opening up to the possibility of feeling 10% more sexy in my skin. Remembering that I'm not doing this for anybody else. No man, no woman, not my partner. I'm not doing it for anybody else but me. Okay, close your eyes again, take a breath. And I want you just to be present with that feeling of being even 5% more comfortable, of letting go of some of that judgment that you've held to very, very powerfully over a lifetime. And imagining what it would be like if you could begin to let go even 5% of that judgment. And I want you to really let yourself feel this. Nothing's changed in the outside world, right? Your body hasn't physically changed in the last few minutes. But can you connect with the feeling of being 5% more comfortable in your body? 5% more honoring and self-loving in your body. Maybe you could even imagine yourself in a gorgeous dress, walking down the red carpet, feeling fabulous, feeling sexual, feeling gorgeous, feeling passionate. So what I want you to do is stay with this image with your eyes closed, and I want you to imagine yourself dressed up as if you're going to the Oscars, and you're standing on the red carpet, and you've got a beautiful gown on, you've got your hair done beautifully, you've got beautiful makeup on, and I want you to imagine yourself feeling really good in your body. And I want you to look at how this shifts your energy. So if you could see yourself energetically in that visualization, what do you notice? What do you notice energetically that does to your body? How do you feel? How do you feel when you imagining yourself feeling fabulous and sexy, standing on a red carpet? Think about the potential levels of worthiness that you feel. How worthy do you feel? And how worthy do you feel asking for your needs to get met? Because it does change when you're feeling really good in your body. When you're feeling really fabulous, when you're feeling really sexy, your ability to ask for what you want changes, doesn't it? And this gets to your worthiness. It's like you're willing to ask for your needs to get met from this space of self-love, from this space of deserving. It's like we can say, I really deserve this right now because I feel good in my system. I feel good in my body. And when we can really allow ourselves to feel this power that resides within us, feel our power, that is a part of our sexuality, that's a part of our body, that is our second chakra, right? That is our feelings and our sensations. When we allow ourselves to really feel that, we're feeling our intrinsic worthiness. Even before we start talking about our degrees, about, our PhD or whatever it is that we do externally. So taking a big deep breath and just allowing that energy to soak into your body. Before we do anything else, what I want to do is check what happens when we add another person into that picture. Because after this last round of tapping, fears can start to arise around what's going to happen if I start to be seen as sexy or powerful. And fears about being too vulnerable from other people can suddenly start to make us feel unsafe. So what I want you to do is just imagine that someone else walks into this picture, seeing you as sexy and owning it. And I want you to put whomever you feel deserves to be in there. It could be a partner, it could be someone from the past, it could be a future partner, or if you want, it could be your current clients or audience or your tribe or some people seeing you there, owning your power. And I want you to just notice, how does that shift this opening that we've created around being maybe 5 or 10% more comfortable with our sexuality, with our sexy energy. And I want you to come back to the space and I want you to let me know, how did that shift or change the image? Because this is really important. So I'll wait for you guys to make your comments. I want to hear from you guys. So how did that, introducing someone else, how did that shift or change the way you felt within yourself? It felt great that I was inspiring other women. Okay. And is that who you introduced into the space? Was other women? Be interesting to see if you introduced a man. What did that do? What would that do to the energy of that visualization that we created? And interesting, Rosie, sexy people make bad decisions. So we're noticing all of these limiting beliefs, right? Limiting beliefs that we have around claiming our sensuality, right? Leanne, powerful. So tell me, did that have you feel more powerful, or was that a powerful experience? Let me know. Can you expand on that a little bit? What happened when you brought someone in? Okay, Romina. Okay. The first time you asked, I felt my entire body clench like a fist. But now I feel a bit lighter and maybe like some attention is okay. Okay. Made me close up because it was drawing extra attention for myself for him to jump me. Okay. Okay. So interesting. We start to notice what happens when we introduce other people, right? So, okay, I felt more comfortable being seen as strong rather than sexy. Okay. Interesting. So is there a bit of an avoidance there of actually really owning that, okay, maybe I could be sexy, right? Even with this body, even with my age, even with whatever reason or excuse I have, maybe I feel more comfortable being perceived as strong, right? Rather than sexy, which you could almost say strong, like it does carry that masculine energy to it. I know that there's the feminine strength, but it's quite different to that, right? So I will explore more of that. I realize that the power is within me. Okay, yeah, it always is, always, with all of this work. When my future man entered, I had a joyful laugh as he was looking me as though he was going to gobble me up. I love that. So was there anyone, so there were a few people for whom that didn't necessarily feel that good. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do some tapping to that, right? And I feel like everybody can actually tap on this, because there is probably going to be that part within you that is still feeling that, maybe that resistance to that sexuality, to feeling sexy. So if what I'm saying you do not resonate with the words, then you don't need to tap. But if you feel like there is a little bit there, then I encourage you to tap. So let's start doing the tapping round 4. Alrighty. Okay. Maybe this doesn't feel good. Maybe I was feeling a little bit more sexy, a little bit more fabulous. But maybe I started to pull that back in, pushed it back down, hiding some of that. Maybe I don't want this to flow. Maybe I don't want to feel this energy. Maybe I'm going to come right back to being medium, boring, safe, smart, practical, strong, effective, talented, but not sexy. I'm pulling it back in. I really don't want to give that right now. I don't want to be taken advantage of. What if they take too much? What if they want too much? What if I can't say no? What if they take my power? What if they use me? What if I don't really get what I want? So I'm pulling all of this back in. I don't feel safe with them there. I don't feel safe being seen like that. Powerful and sexy. I don't want to feel all of that with them in this room. I'm vulnerable. I don't want to be vulnerable. I don't want a deeper level of intimacy. It's scary. It's not safe. Maybe it comes down to a power struggle. Maybe it feels like a power struggle. Maybe I've got to put up a wall to be safe. Where did that feeling sexy go? Where did that feeling just 5% more sexy go? So I'm just going to honor and observe this, how differently my energy operates, how quickly I get triggered out of my power, out of my sexuality, and the belief that says I'll have to lose my choice, lose my power if I let myself feel sexy. So I'm just going to honor all of this and all of me. I honor my power, the energy field that surrounds me, the volcano of energy that's blasting through me, that is my sexual energy, my life force energy, my passion, my desire, my sexuality, my power in doing things in the world, my power in attracting what I want, my power in receiving reward and pleasure and money and joy and attention and affection and adoration. This all lies in my second chakra. Expanding, attracting, receiving. I totally honor it. Maybe when they came into this room, I pulled all of this back. Maybe I have some work to do on this relationship if it was a current partner. Maybe I've seen how it limits my relationship, how it limits me and my pleasure and the reward, the attention, the affection that I get to receive. So I'm just going to honor all of this today, and I'm open to healing it for my highest good, just for me, not for anybody else. I do this for me, for my highest good. This is for me. Okay, take a breath, close your eyes, and I want you just to check in, how true did those words feel for you? Did that feel true? And I want you to visualize yourself again, looking at yourself in this image, in that beautiful gown, on that red carpet. And when the picture starts to look different, when you start to look calmer, when you start to look more open or more compassionate or more engaged with the other person, when you start to really notice that that's shifted, that's when we start to realize that that tapping has uncovered things that needed to be voiced, okay? So stay with your eyes closed, watching this picture. I want you to notice what's changed. I want you to be conscious of the way you shut down some of your power. I want you to really look at this, okay? As you look at this picture, you've got your coping mechanisms. You shut it down, you pull it back. How do you do that in the world? How do you pull back from the world? How do you shut down from the world? I want you to see this for what it is. And I want you to notice and ask yourself, what is it that you really want? How is it that you want to feel? If you're in a relationship, I want you to ask yourself, what do you want to receive from that relationship in the intimacy with this other person? What is it that you want? And what is it that you really want that makes you have to shut down and put up this wall? I want you just to really see that, all right? This is the second chakra, right? Which is where we really engage with the law of attraction. It's literally where we ask and where we're given, right? It's where we ask and where we receive. So I want you to check in when you feel your deepest needs and feel what you really, really want. You're already asking. You're already putting out those signals to the universe. Okay. So I want you just to really sit with that. What is it that I want? What is it that I need? What is it that I need? Not what is it that anybody else needs, but what is it that I need? And if you feel comfortable to do so, I invite you to come back to the space and let us know in the comments. And if you don't want to share that, I want you just to jot that down somewhere, actually write it down. But if you feel comfortable to share, this is a safe space, I invite you to do that. Let's look at my notes. Okay. So much here, right? This is our power, yeah? The third chakra is where we take that power and action it. But the second chakra is where we really feel, right? We feel that power. And the way that you reach out into the world through the third chakra. But this is also your goddess energy, right? Or this attractive power that we can cultivate. There is a lot of power in that. This is the attraction that we can put out there, right? Where we ask and where we receive. So when we're really getting clear on what is it that I want, what is it that I really, really want, how do I want to feel, how do I want to be, how do I want to be in my body, how do I want to be in my relationship, or how do I want to be with myself, right? We all remember that any relationship that we have is just a reflection. They're a mirror for where we are right now. So you can always use your relationships as like a metric for where you are in the world, where you are within yourself. But when we really start to allow ourselves to feel our needs, to feel our sensuality, to feel pleasure, to feel joy, to feel receptive of the world, we actually don't even need to open our mouth, right? It's an energetic quality that starts magnetizing and pulling toward us. We actually don't even need to speak it. It's so powerful that it gets felt. It gets felt by other people. It gets felt by the universe. It gets felt and it's very, very magnetic, right? It starts to draw toward you as soon as you give yourself permission to feel that. As soon as you give yourself permission to actually really own what it is that you want, to claim that, and to really, really stand in that, the universe immediately starts to shift for you for the benefit. So I'm going to have a read here. To be more open to more pleasure, to have the ability to let go and be out of my control. So control, very second chakra as well, right? It's like when we want to really control everything around us, micromanage everything to feel like we have a handle. And in the second chakra, when it's open, when it's balanced, when it's in balance, we can let that go. We can let go of that need to be in control. The funny thing about being in control is that it's like the opposite of high intention, low attachment, right, Leanne? When we let go of being in control, things can suddenly open up for us, right? The universe opens us up for us in ways that maybe we would never, ever have anticipated. When we're trying to maintain control, it's like we're blocking off the other possibilities that we're going to get the things that we want, but just in other forms. So relinquishing control has a very powerful impact on the way we receive whatever it is that we're looking for, right? Because sometimes we don't even know how we're going to receive what we want. That's why it's good not to have a cap on things or not to really specifically imagine how it's going to look, right? It might come up in ways that you have no idea about. Okay, I'm going to have a look here at Taylor's comment. I need deep love and connection to self, sexual connection and invigoration within self, self-acknowledgement of these qualities rather than directing that energy towards another as if I don't have that. Okay, really, really powerful. Really powerful. And, sometimes the most important, well, it is the most important relationship that we can ever cultivate first and foremost is with ourselves, right? Our ability to love ourselves, self-pleasure, our ability to be in our body, our ability to give and receive pleasure to ourselves is always going to come before an experience with our partner. I've really pulled back from the world in the past 6 months. I can see how this has impacted me from within. Okay. Really, really important recognition there. Okay, Romina. More ease and openness, but my number changed. My brain as immediately is like, are you sure you can two up so much in just one moment? Okay, tell me what you mean by that. Tell me what you mean by that. I think that didn't quite get written the way that you thought. I feel that I need an intimate connection both emotionally and physically, and that for a long time I didn't realize that, and I didn't have that and denied it, and I needed it. Okay, really, really important to recognize. But first of all, right, it's that intimate connection with yourself. As we all work in this space, right? We all do some level of transformative work, and it's so important to recognize that if you don't feel that love for yourself, right, and you expect it from someone else, you're never ever going to really feel that completeness within, right? Whatever you want from someone else, give to yourself first. I remember a coach told me that a number of years ago, right? Whatever you want from someone else, give that to yourself first. So if you want love from another person, hi Jenna. If you want love from another person, give that to yourself first. If you want affection from another person, give that to yourself first. If you want companionship from another person, give that to yourself first. Like my number went up from 0 to 6, feeling comfortable in my red carpet dress. Okay, so you felt more comfortable in the red carpet dress. Like that felt more true. I feel sexy. Let me know, because that's really important. So let's do one more round of tapping, okay? Just to really start to settle all of this in, okay? And we'll be finishing up really soon. So let's get going. I've got some more tapping notes here. Even though I've really judged my body, I'm open to honoring that I have hurt, that I've experienced trauma, that I have sadness within, and that every time I look at myself, I can look at it with love and compassion. I can start to accept the body that I live in. Even though I may have judged this image and have felt that society would agree with me, maybe I've thought myself overweight or not sexy or too saggy. I just really honor the history around my body. I honor that I made a decision to hide my light, to hide my power, to hide my sexy, because it wasn't safe. And I'm really just going to honor that too. I'm honoring everything that's come up for me today. I'm honoring how much is stored in my second chakra. I'm honoring the ways that I've shut down my power, retreated from the world. And I'm open to going about my life, being in this body in a completely new way. I honor that this is my energy. I get to wield it the way that I want. I get to gift it to other people if I wish. And if I just want to keep it to myself, that's totally okay as well. Opening to healing my relationship with my body. Forgiving myself for judging myself as not sexy, as unattractive, as too fat, as disempowered. The truth is, this body has carried me through a lifetime. Maybe this body has carried children and birthed babies. Maybe it's carried creative pursuits and birthed creative pursuits. But my body has been with me through so much, and I honor it. I honor my capacity to be in my body, to forgive my body, and to unleash maybe just 5% more sexy energy. Just 5% today. I honor this because I deserve it, because this is my life force energy. This is my ability to ask for and receive what I want. And I'm open to beginning the journey of feeling sexy in this body. Okay. So I want you to close your eyes, and I invite you to place a hand on your womb space and a hand on your heart. And just allow yourself to receive that. Imagine every single cell in your body opening up to receive those words, to receive that forgiveness, to receive all of that. And if this feels really good in your body, if you feel really free, really open, I want you to imagine that you can take a body photograph, like a somatic photograph of how that feels. So that whenever you need to return to that state of feeling free in your body and forgiving your body for what you've for the things that you've said, and honoring your body for what it's brought you through. Whenever you need a dose of that, you can come back to this feeling. Okay, so opening up your eyes. Well, that concludes this session today. I'd love to hear maybe one word, how you feel after that final round. We've done a lot of tapping in the last hour. And if you still feel like you don't quite tune into that feeling of maybe being able to forgive your body and starting to open up even to 10% of feeling comfortable with your sexuality, you know that there's more work to do there, right? Powerful. Okay. You know that there's a little bit, probably, a little bit more work to do. It's like the proverbial onion layer with this work, right? We can do lots of work and then we come full circle and then there's more work to be done, right? And that's okay. That's healing. Healing is an onion. Grateful. Thank you for helping me acknowledge things I'd shut down. Beautiful. Thank you, beautiful. I feel emotional, but better. A little better. I had a huge smile on my face when you did that. Thank you. Okay. So I hope that that's really opened up and freed you from some of the ways that we restrict our power and give an understanding into raw. Okay, Romina. So you're most welcome to reach out, and Leanne as well. Most welcome to reach out in PM if you feel like you need to. If the rawness is still there, like there's so much there, you might even, what I want you to do even is to write on the top of a piece of paper, I feel raw, and then allow yourself to write, what does that rawness want to say? If that rawness, that feeling of being raw could speak, what would it say? And just allow that to channel through. And then when you feel like you're at the end, you can tap and read what you've written, because there's going to be a lot there and it's going to uncork other areas to heal, right? Every time we feel that opening, it's like a vortex where we can do some healing work. I feel more enlightened. I've got to open up this session. More enlightened about where I am and what I want with my sexuality. I really enjoyed this session. Thank you. Thank you. I know there's a lot more work to do, but this gave me so many aha moments. Okay. I feel like it's a conversation I can start to have with myself. Absolutely. Absolutely it is. And I want to suggest to you that it's a really important conversation that you can start to have with yourself on a daily basis. Thanks, Tash. I realize I have a lot more work to do here. Yeah, so often, right, there's so much that we can do in an hour and there's so much that we can't. There's so much that we can do in a group session and there's a lot that we can't do in a group session as well. One-on-one work with this is generally the most, where we get the most liberation, right? However, there is a lot that we can do on our own. There's a lot that we can do with journaling, with tapping. If anybody wants to speak about doing some further work one-on-one or in a group setting, you're most welcome. I've got a number of different ways that you can work with me at the moment, depending on where you're at, on what you need. But I just want to say thank you so much, everybody, for being in this space, for being in this challenge. I know it's been massive. There's just so much stored in the lower chakras. So much. And yeah, you know, when we're really able to uncork that energy, you know, I think it's important to end on, you know, we get to choose how we get to wield it, right? That's our decision. Yeah. We can turn it off. We can turn it on. And if there's still that, like, I don't want to be sexy because that's going to leave me to feel vulnerable and open and exposed, or someone might take something from me that I don't want to give, right? We recognize when we're standing in our power, right? Really standing in our power, and we're standing in the powerful groundedness of our base chakra, right? I imagine base chakra has a fierce energy to it as well. It's like, you're not going to fuck with me, right? That's the energy that the base chakra really says to me. It's like, my survival is number one priority. And if I feel like that is getting threatened, then I'm going to lay down the law, and there is no space. There is no space for that. So remember that we get to say how it goes. We have total autonomy in this space, right? We are powerful women. Our power is so much more than we even can fathom, right? Kali energy, exactly. So much more than we can even fathom. In fact, what I'll do, I'll share with you guys a post that I wrote a number of months ago, maybe even a year ago, about when I tapped into the energy of the wild woman when I was on a train in Morocco, and I was very nearly gang raped. It was very horrific, but I tapped into this energy of the wild woman energy, and it was the only thing that saved me from a very, very awful experience. I'll pop it into the group, because that's the energy, right? It's the wild woman. It's like, you're not going to invade me, because my body is my boundary, my barrier, and I get to say what enters it and what doesn't, physically, emotionally, energetic, spiritually, from all of those layers. Alrighty, my loves, so much love to you. I'm going to be posting some more information about the Lightworkers Activation Code, which is my flagship group program that is kicking off round 2 in about 3 weeks' time. This is for the healer, the light worker, who's here to deliver their soul work and who wants to change and shift their business model to create more high-end packages for their clients rather than working the single session, the one-to-one session. This is probably more 60% strategy, 40% mindset and energetics, this program. So it's much more strategy heavy. That's what I'm launching at the moment. It kicks off soon. I have an early bird special at the moment that is $997 Australian dollars until Tuesday, where it becomes $1297. However, if you wanted to speak more about some one-on-one work, or I'm even considering I've got things percolating for group work with this kind of work, but more group oriented. So I'm not quite ready to launch that yet. However, you're most welcome to reach out. It's my clarity call sessions are completely free and 100% obligation free. I do not do the hard sell. That is not my style whatsoever. But if you wanted to chat further about doing some more work together, you know where to reach me. Oh, I've got to read one more comment. Totally major shutdown. I think me too. I felt quite numb. Let's honor our protective strategies and be open to experiencing the inner intimacy we deserve. And what a beautiful, beautiful way to end. Alrighty, my loves. Take care. I'll speak with you soon.